Hello students, today you're going to take notes on Saturn, which is the sixth planet from the Sun. Let's begin. Go ahead and set up your notebook just like this. Once you're done, go ahead and make sure you have the date and the page number. Alright, let's begin. Number 1. First of all, Saturn. Saturn is the sixth and second largest planet of our solar system. It is the least dense planet in the solar system, and it's about 9 astronomical units, or AU. An astronomical unit, just FYI, is a distance of about 150 million kilometers, which is the distance from the Sun to Earth. And that helps us kind of gauge helps us with like spatial reasoning of how big our solar system and our whole galaxy is. So from the Sun to Earth is 1 astronomical unit. From the Sun to Saturn is 9 astronomical units. So it gives you a perspective of the distances. Go ahead and come up with a question for 1. Remember to pause the video, rewind it if you're not done copying the notes. The most important thing is that you understand the key ideas and the vocabulary. Number 2. Saturn is made mostly of hydrogen and helium, just like Jupiter is. Most of the gas giants are made of hydrogen and helium. And just like the other gas giants, there's no solid surface. There's mostly just gases and liquids. Maybe the only solid would be the core, but scientists aren't sure. Go ahead and make up a question for 2. I'm going to move on to pictures in a second. Okay? So just like in Jupiter, scientists think it might have a rocky or an iron core, and then everything else would be hydrogen, helium, methane, and other gases as well, but mostly hydrogen and helium. And of course, one of the key characteristics of Saturn are those rings. Those rings are made mostly of rock, and we'll come back to this idea about those rings of rock and ice in a minute. Cassini was explored by a few missions, but one of the most recent one was Cassini-Huygens, and it actually crashed into Saturn. That's how we know that in Jupiter and in Saturn and the other gas giants, you would probably be crushed if you try to land, because the ship actually got crushed as it was falling through the atmosphere of Saturn. So this one went into Saturn, and it sent back some data before it went dark. Okay, number 3. The rings of Saturn are made mostly of rock and ice that is about 1 kilometer thick. Go ahead and think of a question and then pause the video for a sec if you need to. So one of the key characteristics of Saturn, of course, is its rings. That's how usually you can tell if you're looking at Saturn. Scientists think that these different rings are made of ice and rock, and they might be from maybe moons that were destroyed as they got closer and closer to the planet. The gravitational pull of Saturn actually collapsed the moon and turned it into little pieces and rocks. So those might be the remnants of moons, or maybe early planets from the beginning of our solar system. Go ahead and think of a question for number 3. Okay, number 4, the last idea for today. Saturn has 52 moons. Actually, that has been just updated. Here's the article by NASA, and now that has over 82 moons. So 82 moons, go ahead and change that on the Cornell notes to 82, since these notes are from last year, and this year that's already something different. And that's what happens in science. New things are discovered and things change. So right now, at the current moment, there's 82 moons, which makes it the planet with the most moons for now. Humans have landed in an unmanned probe to study Titan, and other missions are planned to Titan. Titan is one of the moons that is very interesting to us humans because it has an atmosphere. And let me show you some pictures. Here's some of the many moons of Saturn, Titan being one of them. And you can see they range in size because Saturn is pretty big too. Not as big as Jupiter, but it does have a strong gravitational pull that's pulled those moons. And then we humans have had landers that landed on Titan, the Huygens probe. And this is a picture of that sent back. So this is what Titan looks like. It's a blurry picture, but Titan is very, very far away. It's a low resolution image. And then newer missions are planned, such as the Dragonfly mission that would land on Titan. Titan's interesting because they might have gases that can be used for fuel. It could be also a potential colony. So there's a lot of interest in Titan as being also habitable, where there might actually be life now, although it's very cold because it's far, or there might become a second colony maybe in the future. That's mission Dragonfly, and there's others, of course, planned. All right, go ahead and start your summary and your advanced question. Have a great day.